Hi guys, it's Jussi slash Jussi9/Raataja, and Radiant Games just added math blocks to Instruments of Destruction, or like 2 weeks ago, and I would have needed a guide for them, but I couldn't find any, so I figured it out, and then I thought I'd do the guide myself. So, math gates. They have different functions. Let's start with the add. First, any keys that you input to these are by definition a strength of 1. So if we now put up arrow and down arrow there, let's move these slightly back, and then give the math gate an output of 1, and let's give the swivel here an input of 1. Now if I press only one arrow, it gives to the swivel a output of 1 strength. Now if I press both keys, it doubles the strength because it's now 2. It adds them together. Next, let's see subtract. And for subtract, let's put some output modifiers, and you should see why. Oh, there's mirror mode. Alright, let it be. Let's put that up arrow to scaling of 2 strength, and we give it an output of 7, and we keep the down arrow at a strength of 1 for scaling. Just take the timers away. Did I give this an output? No, I did not. So 7 and 6 are now the output for up arrow and down arrow, and let's then change the inputs in the math gate to corresponding logic numbers, whatever they are. So in subtract mode, the first number is positive and the rest are negative. So it takes the first button pressed, any input there is, and subtracts the other 3 from it. And there was something. Yeah. So if I press down now, it's a negative number, so it doesn't add anything. This cannot go to minus strength as far as I know. Now if I press up, it gives the strength of 2. And if I also press down, it reduces the strength back to 1. Up both. So that's subtract. Multiply. This is where things get fun. Yeah, let's keep it like that. If I press either key, nothing happens, because anything times 0 is 0. If I press both, it gives the strength of 2, because 2 times 1 is 2. What we can do then, and this is also a good moment to mention that the math gate also has scaling option. So if I now bring this up, it gives the strength of 6, because 3 times 2 is 6. But the best part about this is that you can add many of them together. So we take the another math block scale it up again, give it the output 1 that the first gate gives, and let's also give it the numbers, the up and down arrow again, and I say we do one more. So give it an 8 first. Let's give an output to the second multiply gate again, 3, and to the third math we multiply, let's do 1 and 3, so the first and second gate together, and scale it up also. Let's give it an output 21. Put a thruster there to show what this can do. Strength up. No overdrives needed anymore, because now when they count together, it's pretty effective. And you can do it further away. Of course, at some point the game starts breaking and so on. Alright. Okay, the second gate was at that. And so was the third. Let's give it a multiply and try again. This might be the point where the game breaks, but you can add any gates together. Multiply was just I feel like it's the best one to showcase this. Maximum impact speed, what was it? 3900 or something. So yeah, now let's remove rest of the gates. Just keep the first one and see minimum. Let's add the swivel back up. What was our output? Output 1. So input 1 to the swivel and some wheel there. Yeah, so what minimum does, it takes the smallest number that is being input to the gate. So if I don't press all of the buttons, there's always one gate at 0, so it gives that. If I now press both, it gives the strength of 1 because it's the smallest. If I put more inputs, say give it... let's do like so that we take the down arrow and bring it up. Now the up arrow at 2 should be the biggest one. Yeah, you'll just have to take my word for it or test it yourself. The maximum does the exact opposite. So one gate is at 3, another one is 2. So if I press any button, it's the biggest one. If other inputs are at 0, and if I press both, it just gives the strongest input. Now it should be different whether I press both. Yeah, it's subtle. Let's change actually the other input to half. So if I press up, it's 2, and if I press down, it gives the half, and if I press both, it's again the 2. Then average being the last one, Oh yeah, that's why it was so hard to see. There was scaling in the math gate. Yeah, average gives the average. So it now has two inputs and it gives average of all of them. And apparently it counts 0 as well. So I'm not gonna do the math here, but the strength it gives when I press both the buttons is between 2 and 0.0. I am gonna do the math, am I not? 1.25. Maybe not. Anyway, yeah. Thanks. And if you do any cool math creations, oh yeah, I was meaning to show this drone I made. It only uses logic and math gates and output modifiers. No slider strength things, no thrusters, anything. Just varying speeds of the propellers make it move. It's quite clunky, but it was a fun challenge. But if you do any great stuff, link them in the comments. And thank you and bye.